9:55 p.m. 3:12 a.m.
I remember 3 white children, all dressed in golden, beach-oil and smoldering. This motherfucker answer the question, Mr. McCoy, for you ain't the last piece of my toy. I remember 3 white children, broken and boring, on a cruise chamber, I'm right in the shower, walling, I feel like a nail.
9:55 p.m. March 2011. Episode number 1 of
Hey, Andy.
My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Word.
Word.
I would like to talk about my good friend Andy Rooney over at 60 Minutes.
Okay.
Andy Rooney's going to turn 89 years old next month. That's kind of old. I mean, that's healthy, but for someone who's on national television talking every week,
Probably one of the oldest, if not the oldest.
I would say. I
He's
mean,
gotta be
that's-
the oldest, right?
He's
right.
been around.
Yeah.
Now, he said something this summer, and I had written it down. I'd had it in text and in files with Pre-Pro and never sort of got to it as we made our transition into football season. Hit little talking about baseball. So I had kept it, and then I thought, you know what? Because it's my show. I watch my 60 Minutes. You know I love that, Sunday nights. I started writing down, like, the last few months, just some of his random, he'll offer up some opinions at the end of the show. So I'll start off with the baseball one, and I just have a few just of his
Gems.
insights. Just really. Talking about baseball. Now, I'm just going to give my best, like, herda Andy Rooney and just... I know all about Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, but today's baseball stars, they're all guys named Rodriguez to me. So I was like, that's taco crazy.
Yeah.
So the last few weeks, this is what he's been saying this is on national television every single week. The island of Jamaica is supposed to have some of the best weather in the world for 12 months out of the year, but you couldn't pay me to live in Jamaica. Okay? It's my observation that people are carrying more stuff than they used to. I went up to a lot of women, looked in their bags. They were carrying water and day planners. Are they planning to drink water?
Oh, my God.
Maybe it's because I'm getting old, but I don't think the funny papers are very funny anymore. All right. Like, every Sunday night, like, really? Like, looking around at nobody. Like, really? Are you talking right now?
Ay.
You know, people send me a lot of books. Get this one. Make Over Your Metabolism. I don't know. I'm not going to start fooling around with my metabolism. It seems to be working fine just the way it is.
True.
89 years old. Time magazine has a feature story about what Americans buy. We buy almost 25,000 bags of Whiskas cat food a day. Well, they didn't sell any of that to me because I don't have a cat. You know, in the past few years, I've bought 3 can openers, and none of them work. I always end up going back to the manual opener.
What, are you buying electric can openers? Crazy?
Why are you buying so many can openers, dog? Hey, Andy, isn't that the 3rd can opener you've bought, like, recently? Like, they don't work. Well, first of all, I don't even know the last time I used a can opener, and they're really not that hard. Right? I have one. You just do it.
Yeah, you just sort of do it.
You do it.
None of them work.
Yeah. I just want one, like, just cut to him, and he'll just be like, like, no, you're not saying anything, Rooney. 2 minutes. Like, sir, you're not saying words. Hey, Andy. Oh, I got a little Andy Rooney from Sunday night. If I were rich, oh boy. You know, there's a lot of things I'd do. I dropped some pennies, I wouldn't even bother to pick them up.
Oh, boy.
I'd put all 150-watt light bulbs in all the lamps in my house. Yeah, well, that's the first thing I'd do.
Yeah.
Like, let's
Make it uncomfortably bright in every room.
Let's just put crazy more wattage light bulbs than we need. I'd fill up with the highest octane instead of that 89 octane.
Okay.
Yep. Knocks and pings. You want to have the best gas.
Yes.
For your Model T Ford. When the heels on my shoes wore down, I'd just throw them away. I wouldn't even bother to buy. I'd buy new shoes instead of putting new heels on the old shoes. Hey, guy, there's no such thing as a cobbler anymore.
I've never put 89 octane in anything in my entire life unless it was a rental car that I was trying to kill. I've never had a pair of soles. I've never had a pair of shoes resold.
I gotta get these resold. You want to just get new ones? No, I'm gonna go to
somebody who gets
I know a cobbler.
I know somebody who got.
And he's gonna put them on. Because instead of buying new shoes, I'm just gonna...
I know a man who gets his shoes resold that's our age.
For real? Hey, Andy, I learned about this crazy-ass story of women in, like, the Congo and Civil War and, like, literally, like, sitting on the couch, like, crying and, like, wondering what was happening in the world. I'm about to turn the TV off, have my best show, and they gotta put that fucking dude on at the... Now, we've just watched, like, we've gone around the world and learned about it. Andy Rooney comes in. Of all the inventions of man, I'd be lost without elastic bands. We just watched a story about women being raped in the Congo, like living in like rape villages and weeping. I'd be lost without elastic bands and umbrellas. What? Designers won't let us alone. No one needs a clever umbrella. Personally, I prefer a simple black umbrella. Do you, dude? Do you? Is that what you prefer? We don't throw away broken umbrellas for some reason. We use them.
Oh, no. Who's we?
Me, you, the Chinese when they land. Dude, what are you fucking talking about? I'm talking about umbrellas and elastic bands, you idiot, Seth. What do you care what I'm talking about, idiot?
Oh, man.
He can't... At what...
Somebody sent me another one and I meant to bring it to you that you hadn't told me that I thought was insane.
At what point does somebody just pull the plug? And not on his appearances, I mean literally on his, like, when does someone just boot him down a stairwell at, like, the CBS, like, in New York? Like, oops. Like, walk up, like, turn the surveillance camera to off and just boot that fucking dude down the stairs. Women in the Congo being raped, systematically raped across the country, like living in shanties. Elastic bands are really holding it together for me. Are you talking about umbrellas, dude? Hey, Andy. They sent Andy Rooney to the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing about the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing about the Super Bowl. It's two teams. From the moment he rolls up to the valet at his hotel, and he's like, Rooney, and can't manage to get out of his rented Lincoln Continental, they have a little sort of montage vignette of him going about the Super Bowl, going up to a food kiosk, just a young girl, doesn't want to be at work, just doing her best, put her game face on. He's buying potato chips at the kiosk. $2.50? What's that? What's that, 2 cents for each potato chip? And this, like, 16-year-old girl is looking at him like, I don't know who you are, old man. Like, do you want the chips or not? Then him walking around in a circle, looking around at the facility in Glendale, Arizona. Well, it says it's the entrance, but doesn't say what it's the entrance to. While everyone is going about their business somewhat normally, going to and fro. Coming down the elevator in his hotel. Ugh. All cities look alike.
Oh, man. This fucking guy.
This guy's got months, if not days. Hey, Andy. I got Andy Rooney real quick.
Oh, okay.
I have a great friend I grew up with who's a doctor now. We studied together. We played football together. Hundreds of times I sat next to him on our locker room bench and watched him try to tie his shoelaces. He did not know how to tie his shoelaces. His laces always ended up with the loop parallel to the shoe instead of with the bow across.
Come on.
Is that it?
Are you done?
Are you cool? What else is going on? I a friend that makes toast. Starts off with bread, ends up with jelly and jam. Boysenberry. What?
Really?
Are you... I mean, cereal's got milk, but sometimes toast got milk, and then my fridge has milk in it. Where's my wife? You're national television talking every week. There's nothing else that could be on there. Anything else? I would watch a movie review by 6-year-olds. Watching X-rated movies and reviewing them would make more sense to me than this fucking guy talking. Actually, that's a great idea.
Yes.
Make 6-year-old kids watch porn and then review it. Hey, Andy. Hey, can I
You can do whatever
tell
you
you about Andy Rooney on 60 Minutes?
Sure.
All right, let me just... I don't know how this segment plays. I just can't. They let this motherfucker loose in the middle of Manhattan at like a produce stand and just like...
Oh, God.
I guess now he's just... They literally like kind of dropped him out of a van and kicked him.
And he just starts
stumbled
talking.
in, and then somebody turned a camera on and basically close-ups of his jacked up hands all over the fruit that I'm about to buy. Holmes, that like kind of that gala apple that I was just gonna like buy with my son and eat it. Get your fucking paws off of that. Your crazy jacked up paws. Like, ugh. How many do you have to touch to buy one or not buy one? Because this is Andy Rooney's got some very strong opinions on fruit.
On produce.
On produce. I don't know about mangoes.
You're not doing Andy
I don't know about mangoes.
Thank you.
You see, this should be your segment.
No,
because you could do it. You could do an old man because you can do voices.
No, you can.
I don't know about mangoes. It takes about a half hour and a sharp knife to get out what you want to eat. Papaya, like, is he's like slowly making his way. Papaya, is this for breakfast or dessert? I don't know, dude. I guess it's like wherever the fuck you want to eat papaya. I bought about 1,000 honeydew melons in my life.
Oh.
Only 3 of them were ripe. I don't want to buy 6 or 8 bananas in a pack. I just want 1 or 2 bananas. Yelling it and looking around. Like some young kid like walk by and like...
What's a pack of bananas?
they put, like...
You mean like a bunch?
Plastic, a bunch of bananas. He don't like that. I only want 1 or 2. I'm going to die. I'm going to eat 6. 4 will rot. Blueberries. Psh, when I was a kid, we called them huckleberries.
Oh, no.
Strawberries? Nah. You're all from California. Yeah, well, I guess. I don't know. If you're from New York, your strawberry should be from New York or even New Jersey. Okay. Hate these stickers. Picking with his huge fingernail. I don't know what happens, but like when you turn 90, does no one clip your fucking fingernails? He's got pimp fingernails and he's peeling stickers off of apples.
Because it helps for the sticker peeling.
Fuck, man. What the world's a pluot? Like, dude, a pluot is like it's not a huckleberry. I know that.
You mentioned 3 fruits in this list that I fucked.
A blueberry? Hey, Andy. A lot of people have claimed that on Best Week Ever this week, they did an Andy Rooney segment, and a lot of people have claimed, certainly the person that sent me Andy Rooney's autobiography in the mail months ago from a segment done on Uhh Yeah
People are miffed about the
Dude.
Andy Rooney segment. People are miffed about Craigslist segments popping up. Those who can't, don't.
Dance, and those that dance, teach, shop. Hey, Andy. I stuck around long enough to watch Andy Rooney. He is an old friend of the show.
He is.
He's an older man, and he was talking about the economy. I'm trying to save in little ways. I make my own coffee here in the office every morning. I do it because downstairs in the CBS cafeteria, 1 cup of coffee costs $1.50.
Where?
It's a great... Where is this coffee?
That's a steal.
$1.50? All right.
Is it good?
It's more than that, I think. This morning, on my way to work, I bought gas. I got 8 gallons of regular, 87 octane, and 8 gallons of premium, 91 octane, and it cost me a total of $36.80. If I bought 16 gallons of 89 octane, it would have cost me $38.40. So by mixing the regular with the premium, I saved $1.60 and I got 89 octane. What the fuck did you do? Hey, this crazy old man is like mixing octanes and he like saved $1. Sir, my car don't know the difference. I know it. You crazy old man. Like, beep, 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 like walking back in, like banging. Just pick one and ride it all the way through the fucking thing and then put it back on the thing.
And then drive away.
And then close the thing and drive.
Don't forget to close the thing. Put the thing back on.
When I go to a good restaurant here in New York for dinner, I often slip a roll in my pocket as I'm leaving so I can have it for breakfast the next morning. That's not stealing, is it? Well, I don't know if it's stealing, but it's fucking crazy. Hey, that's the old man I saw at the gas station mixing octanes, filling his pockets with rolls. Rawr!
This man is on national television.
This man is on national television. God, this coffee, $1.50? Yeah, like, that's a great deal, dog. Like, oh my God. You know what I do? I mix octanes. I get 87 and 91. I split the difference. I get 89, but I save like $1. I really do that. Why are there rolls falling out of your fucking pocket, old man? I live in the rah, rah. Yeah, rah. You ever roll a dinner roll for breakfast? That breakfast sucks. What's for breakfast? I have a dinner roll from last night's dinner. Yeah, it's dinner roll, not breakfast roll. Rah! Rah! Fucking guy, man. National television.
Serious national television.
Like, for real.
Huge national
Like
television.
a staple, a mainstay.
Gets paid a shitload of money.
Oh my God, he probably makes, I would say he makes several $1 million a year. How's that roll treating you for breakfast? You make your own coffee? In his coffee machine, it was like nothing like I'd ever seen before. It was like a hot plate and a like literally like on the front lines in WW2, like what you'd make in the woods in the freezing cold in Germany, like with your platoon. Dude, you're in the middle of like Midtown Manhattan in 2009. Like, what are you doing? God, $1.50, man, huh? Whew. Yeah, $1.50. Hey, Andy, we just wanted to give a heads up that episodes number 157, 158, and 159 will be brought to you in their entirety on time. They are, I guess, what you would call the lost episodes.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the future. We're gonna get together again for the first time and bring you 3 straight episodes. Sort of at the start of it all, and you're gonna hear some things. I think you're gonna like them. You're gonna have a good time, and we will be back with a fresh episode. I believe at 160. So you're gonna be getting a 157 is gonna be a 90-minute episode. We're working on things. We're gonna be giving you 3 episodes that we did in beginning of 2006.
I guess the first 3 episodes.
The first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
157 is going to be 90 minutes long. 158 is 30 minutes long. And then at 159 we arrived at the basic general motif of a 60-minute show. Yeah. In honor of Andy Rooney, we decided on a 60-minute show. So, hey Andy, I have a thing here. Andy Rooney is he is on 60 Minutes. And every Sunday night, they give him 5 minutes to talk to everybody in the country. He's 90 years old, but they feel the need to give him 5 full minutes to talk. I just want to let you know what he said to me on Sunday night.
News royalty, I guess.
I've always liked presents. People send me a lot of things, and I wish they wouldn't. Look at this. Just a few of the things that have come in recently. Someone sent me this sports whistle. Why would anyone send me a sports whistle? This thing goes under the door. Keeps the draft out. The American government in action. It's a game. I never cared much for games.
Oh, man.
Dude. This is a pair of socks. I don't know who they're for, but they come up over my knees. All right, like, just, it's cool. I don't know what these 2 bags are for. Why would anyone send me 2 bags anyway? Just black bags, literally like plastic bags. Here, that was me. Here, Andy. This is called almond orange honey, but I never liked honey.
Oh, fuck me.
I said I liked fudge, and then I never got any good fudge anymore, so a lot of people send me good fudge. I said I shine my own shoes. The letter that came with this said, this stuff says it brings leather back to life. I'll see if it brings my shoes back to life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I just hope my shoes don't eat my fudge.
Like, what?
Like, you're right. Like, you're totally cool. Like, totally out of his mind. 5 minutes every Sunday night.
I don't
That's cool. It's all right. Hey, Andy. I know that Andy Rooney's on 60 Minutes, and he's 90 years old. And he talked to me this week. To me.
Directly.
I don't like to complain.
Well,
Well,
that's
I beg
crazy
to
that you
differ.
say that.
Beg to
Because
differ.
as far as I can tell...
I hate to complain all the time, but that's what I do for a living.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go. I was getting dressed the other morning, and I got thinking about how bad shoes are. I guess, because you got to put
Shoes on, so you think about
Could have
them?
been pants. Could have been anything. I wish our smartest people would stop reinventing our computers every 3 days and pay attention to something basic like shoes. You see people walking along the street all the time, and you know darn well they're wearing shoes that don't fit.
Never crossed
No,
my mind. Never see that. Never,
in a million years
don't know
would
what
I
you're talking
think
about.
that someone's not wearing something that doesn't fit them. Because you know what? They're not 90. Their shoes fit. No one has 2 feet that are exactly the same either. But when you buy a pair of shoes, they're both the same. And he's like angry. Seems wrong. I must have 20 pairs of shoes and cut to him literally with like the 20 oddest looking, I mean, shoes that are, they're so old. I'm like, I guess those are shoes. They're like old-timey,
cobbler.
turn-of-the-century
Yeah,
cobbler shoes. Yeah, like I don't recognize any of these as footwear,
Daniel
but
Day-Lewis shoes,
I
yeah.
will totally take
Yeah.
your fucking word for it, Doc. Got 20 pairs of shoes I don't wear, but they cost so much I can't stand to throw them out. Frugal, because you're
Yeah,
a different
frugal,
time.
yeah.
Very frugal. All these shoes are either funny-looking or they don't fit. These are a size 8.5, and my feet are a size 9.5. Then why did... How come I'm not as tall as I used to be, but my feet are longer?
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
Well, the height goes into your feet.
It
goes
shoots
to the
down
bottom.
you. As God steps on you to kill you, it shoots out your feet. All your energy.
It's a slow process.
The
But
energy.
if you played it back in like cut time, you would just see God's foot
I
super
see.
coming down on
That's
you really
God
fast and
stomping on you.
squidging your height out of your toes and then killing you.
I never understood when my shoe size is 9.5, but my sock size is 11.
Oh my God.
This is
It's not
national
11.
television.
It's 9 to 11. You fuck.
You'd think short shoes would be cheaper than long shoes, too. Not as much in them. But they aren't. People with short feet are subsidizing people with long feet.
Short feet?
I don't know.
You mean small feet?
Seems unfair. We had a summer camp on the lake when I was a kid, and all the things I miss about not being young, I don't go barefoot in the summer anymore.
Short and tall feet?
Short feet.
Oh, I've got tall feet.
I got short feet. I'm subsidizing you. Jerk. Ain't fair. What the fuck? You motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about? You motherfucker. You crazy motherfucker. You crazy old fucking coot. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about anymore. Not that you ever did. Got your book. Sent it from a listener. Sent it. Thank you, listener. What the fuck are you talking about at the end of 60 Minutes on Sunday night every week? I can only imagine this just going to get,
Yeah.
I mean, just crazy.
Ravings.
Until it becomes genius ravings. He is a fucking shapeshifter here to fucking tell us what the future is. Hey, Andy, I have a sort of segment. It's maybe a new Andy Rooney, seeing as my Andy Rooney has been sort of co-opted by everyone else, so it's hard to
Harvested, I think.
harvest
is the
it,
term.
if you will. So, I have a thing from my hometown paper in Haverhill, Massachusetts, the Haverhill Gazette. There's a section called "The Lamp Post" by the Lamplighter. Who's the Lamplighter, Jonathan? You don't
never know.
Who's this gadfly? Who's this man about town? Or perhaps woman about town? This is from this week's edition of the Haverhill Gazette, Haverhill, Massachusetts. These are some posts that I read in the Lamp Post by the Lamplighter. Nice to see the faded crosswalks on Winter Street have been painted over and are no longer invisible. A view of last Sunday's Patriots game saw quarterbacks named Brady and Ryan. It was like the old days at St. James High. The Lamplighter wonders why mail delivery personnel are allowed to talk on cell phones while walking their routes. Seen a few recently. Seems as though it would be quite the distraction. Motorists are praising the new blue street signs in Groveland. And be sure to check out the colorful foliage that has arrived. Have you heard about the entertainment career of Seth Romatelli from Haverhill?
Fuck you.
He regularly tapes a podcast show with Jonathan Larroquette.
It's taped.
It's a podcast show. The fuck that means. Son of the famous actor with the same family name. Seth had a bit part in a Britney Spears spelled Speers, movie Crossroads. He has also done work in commercials. Sounds like a start.
It does indeed.
It's like a start or like a finish?
Full finish.
It's like we're really
complete dismount.
We're really like landing this thing right in the Hudson. Hey, thanks for getting on my. Hey, Lamplighter, good looking out. Thanks for backing me for the last 14. Peace out, Lamps. Thank you for that.
Oh man, that's so fresh though.
What's my podcast show? What does that mean?
It's my podcast show.
It's my podcast show. Hey, Andy.
Sorry, I'm
Andy Rooney.
For a second.
I keep reading about all the problems people have falling asleep and staying asleep at night. An organization called the National Sleep Foundation did a story, and it says that the economy is making people sleep that less. I mean, wouldn't they just?
Well, they're out to get us.
I feel for all those people who aren't sleeping, but not sleeping is not my problem. I can sleep night or day, sitting.
Then do
shot
it.
of him sitting.
Please
like,
do
at
it
his
for a
desk,
long-ass time.
sleeping,
Do it forever.
standing up, sleeping. Like,
Yeah.
I often fall asleep right here at my desk.
Yeah, when
at
you're
the
working
desk.
on camera.
While you're working.
When you're
while
talking
you're
to the
being
nation,
paid every
yeah.
week on 60
Yeah.
Minutes. Some of the best sleep I've ever had has been in movie theaters or in front of the television set. Sweet. It's your $15 movie you slept through. Sweet. Last week I took a bus cross town to New York City and went 6 blocks past my stop because I fell asleep.
That's because you're
100 years old.
No wonder you don't have any trouble sleeping.
What the
Your
fuck?
body's been trying to lay down and
Trying
die
to-
for
been
20
trying to
years.
sleep. Let it sleep.
For reals. Like
Let
a
it
deep,
sleep.
the deepest, sweetest sleep ever.
the best sleep.
The best sleep, I think. That's what they tell
just
us.
do it.
That's what we've heard.
Do it. Hey, Andy.
91 and working is... It's like George Burns shit. That's like nobody does that. Nobody cracks the 90s and is working like that.
Andy Rooney.
Yeah, exactly.
Except I want to hug this woman, not punch her in the face.
How was our parade that we watched tonight?
Hey, Andy. I mentioned my weird NFL show that they didn't air during the season. They aired after the season. And how my Tim McGraw, I was watching this, they had a Super Bowl episode. So they're following, it's like the day of the Super Bowl. Really good. It's a rowdy enterprise to put that fucking thing on. And it's a big to-do. And they were following the guy that is head of NFL VIP services. So for the fucking Super Bowl, it's like, this is the worst, he's trying to accommodate everybody, and he's got his assistant with him, and they're like, everything's cool. They were Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Kevin James, and David Spade. Like, that crew, they came in with their laminates, and they were bringing them down onto the
Like
field.
a private fuck room.
Yeah.
Where they can all blow each other while they're watching the Super Bowl.
This is before the game, bringing them
They all
down.
pass David Spade around.
Spit roast David Spade. Oh, Kevin James bringing in some bear friends.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Pounding him out in like a VIP
on his
room.
Paul Blart Segway, just cruising by the action.
Eating turkey burgers and just like throat fucking the Spade.
Turkey legs, like dipping it in huge bowls of barbecue sauce. This party's right. the director comes over and they cut down onto the field and there's a golf cart and there's an old man on the back of the golf cart and he's looking around. It's Andy Rooney. He doesn't know where he is, and the guy leans over into the VIP services ear and he's like totally like exasperated. Andy Rooney lost his credentials. It's Andy Rooney alone on the back of a golf cart, like doesn't know where he is. Everyone else has got the laminates posted up, tied on the neck. Andy Rooney lost his credentials.
You know what I don't like? These newfangled laminates you have to have everywhere. All these security badges telling people who you are. What if I don't want you to know
I remember
who
the game
I
was
am?
$4, and
Remember
we
when
do
you
too.
could sneak onto an airplane?
It doesn't
Like,
work that
no,
way.
you don't get
to smoke on the tarmac anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, well.
Andy Rooney lost his credentials. Yeah, no kidding.
No shit. He lost his
fucking
credentials, and that's a
mind.
long time ago.
Unbelievable. Hey, Andy. I know Andy Rooney's on 60 Minutes.
Still.
He's 91. Why is it that most of us have a desire to eat more than we need? Whether we're having peanut butter on toast or leftover rice.
I don't puke, but all right.
We eat more than we need. It seems as though one serious and constant defect in the human character is desire. We have more desire for almost everything than we need. Can't something be done about this? Those thoughts occurred to me recently when I brought my lunch up here to my desk from the cafeteria downstairs. I ate what I had, then I wanted a cookie. So I went back downstairs and bought 2 cookies. Not because I was hungry, but because I desired the good taste of cookies. What the fuck?
I'm kind of down with this one. I'm sort of into this one.
Then he goes on for 10 minutes about a pill. We need a pill to handle desire. He wants a pill to
He just wants a pill.
You-
That's all it comes out to. He
That's
just
how
wants
gets
another
white,
pill.
White fucking people and pills, dog. I need another pill. A pill to contract that pill to go against that pill. You're down with that, though, because people, we desire things. You want a pill that could cut out certain
No, I don't
desires.
want pills. I'm not down with pills. I don't like pills.
But you want something to cure your desires because you have some insatiable.
No, I'm down
you
with
have an
the
insatiable appetite for cookies.
No, for cookies. I just suppose what he's saying is like, well, yes, that's what we do.
That's what we do with our.
Yeah, I mean, like, you don't need the cookie, you know? You didn't even need the second half of the lunch.
Okay, so like what he's saying here.
It's not that I like it. It's just that it's true.
It's true.
It's just like we're gluttonous ass motherfuckers.
Hey, Andy.
The Supreme Court is hearing a case about a California SWAT team officer who sued the city of Ontario, California, for violating his privacy after superiors looked at personal messages that he sent on his work-issued pager.
All right, so a little personal messages, but they were from his work pages.
He said that they didn't have the right to do it.
Okay.
He had been sending personal texts to both his estranged wife and to his girlfriend, who he worked with. The main problem is that the Supreme Court judges aren't that tech-savvy. Midway through the argument, Chief Justice John Roberts asked, quote, "What's the difference between email and a pager?" At another point, Justice Anthony Kennedy asked, all right, what would happen if a text message was sent at the exact same time another text message was being sent? Does it, like, say your call's important to us and we will get back to you?
Little bit of a problem here with this ruling.
Listen.
You fucking guys don't be... You know, anything that you get appointed to for fucking life, there could be a little bit of a discrepancy with that when the people are 90 years old. It'd be like Andy Rooney on the Supreme Court making decisions on things in people's fucking actual everyday lives. What's the difference between email and a pager? I don't know. Hey, Andy. Jonathan called me. He was like, "Are you watching this?" Because he was watching 60 Minutes because he was in somebody's house. And he knows that if 60 Minutes is on, he knows I'm watching it. It just turns out
Or
I'm not
TiVoing
watching it as it's happening. It's going to be watched at some point. But just in the mere chance I was watching 60 Minutes as it was airing on the West Coast, he was watching Bono on the Edge. And then I was like, Jonathan, could you imagine, like, this is the shit that... I do that shit for fun. I don't even know anymore. Like, I just
I don't know why I do it.
So fucking OCD. It'll spin your head around. One story, you got fucking Andy Rooney wants to be Chinese and live in New Jersey. Afghani soldiers smoke hash, take their guns, join the Taliban, and can't do jumping jacks. What was our other one?
And then the other dude who's basically talked about how, like, you know, the Supreme Court is like,
Oh, yeah,
like
basically.
leverage Congress and just like smothered laws just
Yeah.
based off their own
Oh,
like
yeah.
personal like feelings and shit, and just
Yeah.
like
and then told a story about watching Babe Ruth call a shot at Wrigley Field
Yeah,
in
and how
like
it, like, just, like-
1830. Hey, Andy. You won't be listening to this tonight, but in the taping, it's Larry King's last episode. His last Larry King is tonight on CNN. After all of this time, after thousands of interviews,
Thousands of years.
thousands of years, I Googled, "Oh yeah, dude, Larry King," and I realized there was many times
References.
we referenced in,
Yeah. It's when his, like, being senile was still sort of novel as opposed
Still,
to just a
just
fucking
like,
stalwart,
yeah,
like, oh, he's
stop.
just a senile now.
I mean,
like,
God damn it, Andy Rooney. If fucking Larry King is retiring, you have to retire. 323-481-4422 is Jonathan's cell phone. The voicemail, please, even if call with your stories, but call for any reason. You know, we love the voicemails. I hear all those and where you're calling from and what's going on and how your week is and what's happening with the show. And Jonathan's cell, the website is uhyyeahdude.com, and you can go on there. You can get merchandise. We sell in the poster that we did from the live show. We have T-shirts and totes, and there's stuff on there, and there's various things that you can navigate on the website. Have a great week.
have a good week.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.